Hello student, my name is Deepika and today I am going to discuss very interesting topic. Before that, I reveal the name of the topic. Just have a look of the few questions. Have you ever seen in previous year question paper like who is having more melting point, NaCl or KCl? Which is more soluble in water, LiCl or KCl? Which is more covalent, copper chloride or potassium chloride? So all these questions are based on the very beautiful topic that is Fajan Baba, or sorry, I'm just kidding, the Fajan rule. So let's discuss and start what is the Fajan rule. So see, nothing is perfect, right? अगर कोई आपका अच्छा ह्यूमन बीइंग है दैट ऑल्सो फ्यू बैड क्वालिटीज, अगर आपका कोई बैड इंसान है दैट ऑल्सो सम गुड क्वालिटीज. Similarly, no compound is perfect. Ionic compound also have the covalent character, and the covalent compound also have few or the some ionic character. In ionic compound, how much covalent character is present, that is find out by the Fajan rule. So basically what Fajan rule say that the ionic compound also possess some covalent character. So let's discuss the how. See, in ionic compound we have two species, cation and the anion, right? Cation which carry positive charge, anion which carry negative charge. This cation attract the electron cloud of the anion, correct? So the symmetry of this anion get distorted. It become asymmetrical. It seems like the electron present now in the center, correct? And it seems like they are doing sharing, and it look like covalent bond, correct? So ionic compound also become the covalent compound, or we can say it have the few character of covalent compound. Is it clear to everyone? So this process, if we talk about in technical term, this complete process is known as polarization. Correct? This distortion and all that is known as polarization. The ability of this cation to attract the electron cloud of an ion is known as polarizing power. Correct? And the ability or property of this anion to get distorted is known as polarizability of anion. These are the few technical words: polarizing power for the cation, polarizability for anion, and the polarization is the complete process. It's done. So more the polarization, more will be the covalent character, and we call it the Fajan rule basically. Is it clear to everyone? So now we will see on which factor it will depend. So there are four main factors. First is size of cation and the charge. Second is charge of anion. Third is the size of anion. And fourth one is the electronic configuration of the elements. Is it clear? So let's discuss one by one. So first is the charge. More on the charge of the cation, more it will attract the anion. And same for the size. Smaller the size, more it will have the attraction. Second factor is the size of an ion. Larger the size, easily it get distorted. Third is the charge of an ion. More the charge, more will be the attraction. And the fourth, that is the most and most important, that is the electronic configuration. If any element which have pseudo-inert configuration, pseudo-inert means it is basically for the d block elements which have the d10 configuration, that have the more covalent character as compared to other noble gases. Is it clear? Like copper have the more polarization, or zinc have the more polarization power. Done? So these are the main four factors on which this polarization depend. So let's consider one two example. Like if we talk about NaCl and KCl, so which is more covalent? Cl is common in both cases. So we have to look after Na and the K. Sodium positive have the smaller size as compared to K plus. So it will have more polarizing power, and so it will be more covalent character. Done? LiCl, NaCl, obviously LiCl will be the more covalent. If we talk about Na2 and CaO, which one have now smaller size? O is common. So Na will have more ionic character. So I hope you will be able to find out now the melting point and the covalent character in all the ionic compound.